Hey, I'm here with the Mini Jam 73 with the theme of power and the limitation of five colors must be used. I am here with The Little Witch by FML Lad, or the FM Lad, and yeah, so this game was created within the Mini Jam 48 Hours Challenge. Because of this, you will be seeing an unfinished project. Tis the story of the game jam. This game was, or there's a lot of stuff half-baked in terms of features. There's also an abundance of control bugs. For this, I do apologize, and I'll do my best to fix in upcoming patches. If you do get stuck in animation poses, try spamming movement keys and jumping. Will do. This game is about a mischievous little girl that is the daughter to many witch aunties, or to many witch aunties. Whilst the aunties are out of business, the young girl, Glitty, decides to play with the cauldron. Man, that's a lot of lore. I'm probably not going to read through all of it. 80 or control stick, jump, left click attack, right click dash. Not working as intended. Yeah, fair enough. I will not be using my controller because it is out of batteries. Some Kevin MacLeod music. Which, shout out to Kevin MacLeod. Light from outside dims and the cauldron bubbles. Whoosh, 3 glowing orbs shoot out of the cauldron and out of the window fast. As Glindy looked out the window, she's there. She's done it again. Lectured the talking cat, the family pet. Oh, by the way, I really like that you have GIFs here. They are very... GIFs are just create so much more interest. Especially if, I don't know if people do this very often, but when you're sorting by screenshots, I'm pretty sure GIFs immediately can catch the eye. But I don't know how many people use screenshot to decide on what games to play. I don't even do it that often. But, yeah. Anyways. Let's go. Oh, wow. This game is very pretty. 80 to move. So you do have an in-game tutorial, that's good. Ooh. I like that jump sound. It's not like too intrusive. God, the art is really good. Jumper spacebar. I think it's cool to note that you have like steps here that you have to like jump up to like be able to before you can even get to this part to like attempt, so you don't like die on your first attempt learning how to jump. Wow. Oh wow, this game has cutscenes? This time wasn't here before. But wait, is that... It's one of the orbs I need to collect. Guess I'll need to take this guy down before I can get it. Left click or X to attack. I can't tell if I have like HP or not, because I don't see any UI. And the sky lit with life as 2 did death. Oh crap. Probably read that wrong, no. Oh god. Why am I getting Castlevania vibes from this skeleton just throwing your bones? Nice Wind Waker Dust Clouds, 10 out of 10. Oh yeah. I don't think I mentioned I am streaming this, so if I say anything weird, it's probably because I'm responding to chat. And I like that the background changed. God, I love the aesthetic of like black and white art on like an orange background. Like, do I have HP? I feel like maybe I was supposed to full screen and it's like off screen. Ooh. Well, my hitbox is much more generous than it looks, which is good. Maybe a little too generous, but... Yeah. Okay, so now you're mixing up the encounters, I see. Oop. Oh, jeez. I don't know how much hits I can take, though. Am I immortal? When it comes to Game Jam games, usually you have, like, I don't know what those diagrams are called, where you have, like, three corners, and you have to, like, decide on what you want to prioritize. But Game Jams, usually you just have to pick one thing you really want to not be bad, and this game definitely picked visuals for, like, the 10 out of 10 polish visuals. So you did mention in the description that the dash was going to be a bit jank. Ha ha. Well. Wait, I have a double jump? I just realized I have a double jump. Doesn't seem like I can jump up anywhere. Game is not finished and we'll see future updates. So is this the end of the game, maybe? When it comes to jam games, it's pretty... Usually it's good to have like just a little bit of text to clarify, yeah, you're done. But maybe that's not it. I mean, it might be. Game jams don't give time to add everything you want. Oh, is this what you're talking about, Reeds? The foreground? Oh, yeah, stuff like that is really nice. Whee. Hey. Oh, I can actually go back. That's really nice. This is definitely an entry that I could, like, play much longer than, like, is probably intended or thought to be played, just because the visuals are so strong. But yeah, this game. Ooh, this game has great visuals. Hello, cat. Constantly smug. That is a smug. That is definitely very smug. Orange background rendered really nicely. Yeah, I love the orange. Like I'm totally biased for this sort of aesthetic though, like black and white, sort of like item / foreground against like orange or like. I think Patapon had like green and blue levels too, but there's a game called Patapon, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, and they had like a hard black and white on like colored backgrounds, and it was such a pretty game. And this just gives me kind of like nostalgia for that. It doesn't seem like there is much else to do. That seemed to be like the limit of the amount of content for now, but it's a game jam, and sometimes in game jams you just have to say rip content. Is there like... I wonder if there's any like dev keys left in. I think I left a dev shortcut in my game. It's not a useful one. I'm pretty sure it's like a button where if you press it, you're basically just saying, "I'm going to die," and it probably breaks things. But oh wait, wave dash. Yeah, we melee now. It'd be nice if the enemies respawn so I could like mess them up. I could just reset it. I did miss the text the first time of like what it said. Disclaimer: this was made in a short amount of time. I love this text box. It's like really stylized, but really good. Oh god, that dash does look a little weird in places. Wow. God, I've never attempted to like make a sort of cutscene system for a jam game. I kind of wanted to, but I didn't. Because I kind of got to like the day 3, and then I just like was completely as two with the dead. Oh, I got stuck. I think something really cool to note about like how some of the art was done is that like it kind of, if you look directly at it, you could say it looks a little weird, but because you're not looking directly at it, he almost like there's almost like fake shading or like fake, I guess, shading. Like since the limitation involves colors, like there had to be creative use, and because the top lines are really thick, but then they get like thinner all the way down, and that kind of makes it look almost like a lighter or like less saturated shape. Even though there's nothing changing with the color, it's like less dense because there's less line. I don't know. I'm probably explaining that poorly, but that's a really cool thing to note. If you use Unity, timeline really helps with the cutscenes. Yeah, I've never messed around with that. Oh god. So I do think I'm immortal. Also, wow, these guys are messing with my animations. I switched two-time concept for the game jam and did not add all the options wanted in my game. Got 1 day and 19 hours for making my... Yeah, game jams do be like that. Like, I've never had a game jam where I was like, I got everything. This is exactly what I wanted out of the game. My entries are always missing one thing. I'll say this like attack movement is a little weird. Like that doesn't look like I'm attacking much. Am I like is that like a finger gun? Am I finger gunning? But yeah, this is just one of those entries that are like so visually nice that I could literally just walk around for a while. This was your first game jam where I finished a day early. It felt weird. I usually finish early. Honestly, this jam was the opposite for me. This was probably the first jam where I like actually kept working till the end. But yeah, I don't have too much feedback to give. Obviously, more content is always going to be a problem for jam games, but and you're pretty self-aware about the like some of the jankiness with the movement. I think the this attack animation is there's a bit of an awkward like movement. I don't know, when I think attack animation, I think more of like moving the arms down, but it is a wizard, so magic girl. But yeah, this was pretty sweet. I really like the aesthetic. I think that like, well, the use of color was pretty good. There's not much like, there's not like enough level to comment on the level, so it can't be like, well, you could do these kind of levels if this is your goal. So I think that's kind of hard to talk about, like when giving feedback, is realizing the intent of a game or what type of game the game wants to be. And it's hard to tell exactly what this is going to be yet. Is it going to be a regular platformer? Is it going to be a Metroidvania? My first instinct is like Metroidvania. Like if you had to expand it, it's a game jam, so whether or not you expand it is up to you. But I love how the character doesn't feel or feel rigid. The animations are kind of bouncy and fluid. Oh yeah, the visuals are great. Like there's a very nice like kind of bounce with the second jump, the double jump. Because like there's a normal jump motion when jumping, and then with the double jump, she like stretches all the way out, kind of squishes. Something that would be nice to make the things feel even better, though, is like a dust cloud when you jump and where you land. Just a small one. If you were to like add more. I I almost wish I could attack while moving, but that just depends on how you want to do combat. Yeah, the dash could use work, obviously. No reason to dwell on that. Technically, since this is fading out, isn't that like a million colors on screen at once? I'm kidding, of course. But, yeah. Love the aesthetic, and the audio is really good, too. I didn't mention it, but it's kind of like melancholy piano and, like, ambient noise. Yeah, this is just one of those jam entries that's really good in every way, and I just... Or in, like, most ways, but I just wish there was, like, more so I could play it more than I have. But, oh, it, like, pauses if I click off it. But yeah, really good entry. Since this is a recording for somebody who is into chat, I'm going to go into detail about, like, what ratings I give and why. Enjoyment, I'll probably give a 4. I'm pretty generous with my ratings now that I record them. It's just a thing, but yeah, I'm probably gonna give it a 4. I probably would have given it a 5 if it was less buggy and if there was more content. But that's pretty much it. Like, content and some of the jank, and then like the jank isn't even that janky. Like, you could jump out of it, so it's not a huge thing. I think the dash is kind of weird, but other than that, pretty good. The concept, it's pretty basic. It's kind of just platformer, right? Which platformer? So I'll take that off because it wasn't super out there. It was just, I guess it was kind of, I haven't seen very many games where power is like literally powers, like superpowers or magic, but presentation, I'll give you a 5. Use of limitation, I think it was really good. Use of limitation is kind of a weird one for this sort of limitation, but yeah, really good entry. Visually, really fun. I wish I could play it more. Just jump around on things, but it's a game jam. What you gonna do? It happens. Anyways, thanks for watching.